is really weird.
It's different, that's for sure. Nice. Hello.
Luckily, Chase grew.
Grew?
Grew.
Oh,
When we
yeah.
first started hanging out, he was shorter.
Yeah, the guys get their growth spurts later, huh?
Yeah,
Than the
guess so.
girls. Yeah, I remember one day when my brother went away to
have, like,
summer
no
camp
downward
with
pressure
my little
on my
brother. He was shorter than me.
Yeah, yeah.
When he came back from summer camp, he was like significantly
Oh
taller.
no, right? Big change.
Yeah.
Fast like that. Yeah.
He got really tall. But now he's got really bad posture.
Oh no.
It's like he shrunk a couple inches.
Oh
already.
no.
I'm not that
He's
great.
still like 6'2".
Yeah, you're pretty tall too, aren't you?
Yeah, I'm almost 5'10".
Yeah, wow.
For this. I'm confused.
Good height for things, some things.
Mm-hmm.
How
Also
do you
rock
do
climbing,
this?
that's for sure.
Yeah, oh my goodness. I watch people in the gym working on things and I look at it.
Yeah,
Like, I
the
could
gym
just
especially, because like
reach
you
up
don't have
and
any
grab it.
options. Like
Yeah.
you just have to use the holds that are there.
Right, right. Sometimes you have to fold, well, long people have to fold themselves into weird spots too, but it's more often.
Yeah,
That's
it's like that's easier to deal
extended
with
reach,
than,
yeah, it's better.
not being able to reach a hole.
Yeah,
you know?
yeah.
What's that?
You never hear anybody complaining, "Oh, I'm too tall for this
Yeah,
rock
right.
climb."
Oh man, it's terrible.
this climb is too easy. You hear people saying, I can't reach the holds, or I'm not tall enough. You never
Right.
hear people saying like, oh,
It's way too close.
yeah.
Once in a while, you get your hands and feet in a weird spot, maybe that you can't get around.
What?
I don't know, I feel like it's not that bad.
Never had a problem?
No,
Yeah,
it's
no.
so cold in
I
here.
think
What's that?
crunchier moves are easier if you're tall because you got long arms.
Yeah,
you
yeah.
can get your foot up like this.
Yeah.
And you have like this extra room between you and the rock, but if your arms are shorter,
Right.
you're like more into the rock, you know?
Right?
Side of the
Yeah,
rock
that's true.
that your
That's true.
chest is on.
Like this side?
No, like reach around.
You
Yeah.
got it.
Oh,
you might
dang.
have to stem with your feet, like one foot on either side.
There you
go.
There we go.
That looks awesome, Allison.
Nice job. It's like the Ninja Warriors.
My hip is
Yeah, what's
There
it
was
called?
ever watched-
Yeah, spider
Isn't
fly?
there one where they
Yeah,
like
yeah.
go up like in a chimney?
Yeah, totally.
Alright, I think I'm gonna go, here I need.
Foot on the rock.
I'm trying to get my hip to stop crying.
Up that. Yeah.
Alright, so I'm gonna throw this pink rope down with a loop
Yeah.
at the end. If you can just like
Yeah.
attach
Oh, my
it
hand
to
is
the carabiner that's on the
Oh,
other
that's
one.
fine.
Oh well.
Are you guys finished?
Yeah. Well, I haven't pulled the rope through, but yeah.
Oh, okay, yeah, that's fine.
What does it look like from there?
From here on?
Yeah.
That staircase? I'm assuming I'm not supposed to step on the dirt that's here.
Yeah.
just like lower you slowly.
Can you give me more slack so I can lean back?
Yeah, there's slack.
There you go. Don't face plant too hard.
Stand on that rock. No, get down before you smash your face in that rock.
I can't get down at what rock?
That rock.
You tell me to stand on a rock.
In a place like this.
Now, lean back. Okay, now when you get here, use your hands or go over there.
My hand is bleeding. Okay, can you hold me while I come down this part?
Yeah.
That was fun. Once I figured out.
It's a little different than the gym, maybe?
We have one corner one that she was talking about actually.
That's surprising, yeah.
That's got a,
Okay.
I don't know if it's
Have
a chimney, but it's
Okay,
the way
good
that
job.
they
You
have the
finished
holds
first bit.
on the, it's a right angle, but on the holds on the one side are,
You put your butt on the wall.
we kind of have to stand.
yeah, you do have to, you definitely have to,
Put your feet on the
right up the, inch your way back up the wall.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the kind of creative stuff that she likes, I think.
Yeah.
The only other person I've seen make it was like 6'9".
A giant amongst us, huh?
Like he could like reach the other holds.
Yeah.
Like he had no struggle.
Did he ever complain about being too tall? Did you hear he? Probably not.
Yeah, I mean, I guess maybe if you're 6'9", that's like a different, that's another type of tall.
That is
Yeah.
a big
It's a
dude.
different type
That's like
of
if
climbing.
you're taller than me.
Yeah, oh yeah.
I think every
And I
grade
do
would
see
be
some
like
tall
4
people
easy.
like doing moves that's like way harder for me to do because
get them on
they
the
can
side
just
side.
skip roll.
Yeah, yeah.
And it's like, well, that's not very much fun.
Right?
This hurts your back.
I use more on my butt, but yeah.
Yeah, definitely. Whatever that's called.
Shimmy.
Shimmy? Mantle? No. Press?
I would call that chimney.
Shimmy?
Wall.
Here in the States, we call it
I
chimney. I was
try to
talking
get
with
one
some guys
foot
from the UK
under you and then
yesterday.
one
Yeah.
hand around.
Or a guy and this kid, and he had different like sayings and words.
Oh, I
for
bet.
Everything.
Yeah, yeah, that's really
And I
interesting.
was telling them, oh yeah,
try to
that's
get
how
a
you
foot
repel.
under you.
But I realized, like, if they go back to the UK and say that they repel, no one will know what they're talking about.
Right, right.
So they say abseil there.
Abseil?
Abseil.
Abseil, alright.
Yeah, like I remember because I went to work in China one year
Yeah.
as a climbing guide, and I
Okay.
was working for a bunch of, I mean, it was a Chinese company, but a lot of Australians worked there.
Okay.
And they were like, have you abseiled? They just hired me as a guide, and they were like, so you know how to abseil, right? And I was like, what's abseiling? And they're like, oh god,
Oh,
she doesn't even know how
yeah.
to abseil.
Yeah.
But then they realized that
Yeah.
it's just a
Different
language
word.
barrier.
Yeah, that's hilarious.
It's like, nah, I've never abseiled before.
Yeah, we don't get those around our area. Swallowtail butterfly. The yellow ones.
It is cold
You
in
see
here.
them okay.
It feels good. It's cold in there.
You want me to give you a catch on this one, or you want to wait
Oh,
until
either
it's
way,
like
yeah.
a little bit
Yeah.
shadier?
No, yeah. Let's take advantage of it.
Okay.
Kind of while the sun shines.
Yeah. It's halfway in the shade.
This sucks. Wow.
I want to do it again and I want to try it the other way. Like I said, I think a foot under you would help you push out more.
Well, that's what I'm trying to do, but I'm also
I think I had the other foot out and in, so I could like this.
mine's almost bleeding too.
Yeah. So press your foot up on this far wall.
That's what I'm doing.
Yeah.
I think I just couldn't readjust what I was slipping.
Yeah. Well, you didn't.
I still feel like I'm not high enough.
Yeah.
What?
I think I have to put in more.
Oh.
Like I think I knee pressed on the left. Yeah, good. Hug that. Yep. Once you're on top of that, it's like standing for a while.
Oh, my hips. I'm just gonna hide in here for a little bit.
Go for it. Woo.
Why is this freaking leaf so slippery?
Looking good.
I bet my shirt is.
It looks fantastic.
It's so dirty.
It looks fantastic.
Yeah.
It's fun up here.
Yeah, it is. It's like walking for a while. And then it's not.
I see. You can't even see it from down there.
Correct. This one just hurts your hips. I want to try to do this one clean.
Hi, camera.
Say hi to your mom.
Look at Lisa, he's doing it. Kinda. Ignore the fall, that was like 2 minutes ago.
That did look scary. You were like hugging it. Let me know if I'm pulling you off the wall. Okay. I don't think I actually went in there. I think I went above. You want down?
What?
You want down a little bit? I don't think you go in it. I think you go out of it.
I go.
That's top. Whoa, crawl yourself out of there.
Going.
There's also like right underneath your hand. Like, you get a clip there. Yeah. I see people do a lot. Yeah.
You want to pick a side?
Just keep going.
Or you know middle school.
What?
I said, or you know in the middle school.
Yeah, no rappel line in this one.
That's like
Yeah, I hate when I'm chimneying and my ATC digs in between the rock and my
Oh, for
hip
sure.
or whatever, my back.
What did they do? Something off the, hanging off the bottom, huh?
I think so. Eventually, they keep working them, or I think they kept working their way up like that, and then eventually they got 1 foot behind them, and then turned it into the 1 foot on either side. Yeah, like that. So you can do that for like a little longer, or then you can kind of pivot your whole body so that you're facing into the rock, and then you have your feet on either side. 1 foot on one rock, 1 foot on the other. And I think you might be able to get some grip on the top of that giant boulder. Nice.
That's fantastic.
Yeah, nice job. Is this thing still on?
Yeah.
Oh, great. You're going to get a lot of footage of my knees and down. Sorry about that.
All right, I guess.
Nice job.
Oh man. Alright.
Alright, I got ya. Whenever you're ready.
A little slack.
Alright.
Alright. I'm gonna lean into it.
Okay.
Okay, here we go.
Okay, coming down.
Up to you. You can go straight up. This is the main yeah, it's an advantage. So while you're there, flick your rope over towards you a little bit. Perfect. I'll flip it fork over you.
Nice job.
Awfully.
It's climbing you out of there. It's more like the most like we have. The climb that we have is the most like the climbing gym.
Oh yeah. Yeah, this is where he's got it set
It's
up.
almost nice here right now.
It's alright.
Company? Or
Yeah,
is it-
yeah, yeah. It's not like a big name company, but yeah, he runs like a. He's got trucks. He's like.
Huh?
Oh,
And are you going back up to Tuolumne pretty soon? Tomorrow?
But then I just signed up to work on my off day, but for 6-person class.
Oh, perfect.
I'm going back and forth.
And you know, I told Josh, I was like, I don't mind driving to the valley for a 6-person class. You know, that's fine.
Sometimes they don't have fires or earthquakes.
I'm like, in case you're ever wondering, it's a 6-person class. You can put me on it.
Even a 3-person.
Yeah.
3 or more.
3 or more.
Yeah.
How many people do you have today? Just the one?
I don't know. I don't like it.
The kids took off.
You seemed a little cranky.
Yeah, that's for the best.
So I kind of like
We didn't need that.
And they're a little too small to climb, I feel like. Right? Like, do you put them in the regular harnesses or?
I don't know. The regular harnesses, you can cinch them down as far as you want.
Yeah.
it's called.
I just wasn't sure if like toddlers are too like top heavy because their heads are so big still, or they would like flip over.
I could ice skate.
Nice.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, Allison.
I saw the signs coming in. First thing
Really good. You got it. See if you can do it without hanging.
It's crazy footwear.
You got it.
It is similar. That's a similar area.
Okay. Yeah, so maybe it's along
South,
Yeah, I'm working
right?
down here all week. I prefer like one place or the other. So driving back and forth.
Yeah.
But-
I feel like every week I'm getting like one day down here, but they figured it out. They're at least like putting it in the middle of my week, not at the end of my week.
Yeah, yeah, sorry. Oh, yeah, I don't have so I don't really see you guys largemouth bass.
I just took a bunch of time off to take care of Lauren.
There you go.
Oh yeah, her,
Good to
how's
have
her
your helmet
shoulder?
It's pretty good. I mean, she's doing way better than I did,
What's easy from here?
but it wasn't as involved this week.
The bass are
Yeah.
really easy to catch. I don't know why, but maybe it's because they're plentiful where I try.
That's good. It's good.
Yeah.
Feeling fast?
Hopefully. They had to do a little bit more work once they were in than they were hoping for, but it wasn't like unexpected.
Is she still working? Or did she take time off?
She took time off, but it sucks it's her vacation time. They don't like differentiate the medical and vacation.
That sucks. Did they at least give you more? Did they give her more of it? Or
I don't know.
do you get medical leave at all? Is that a thing for us?
I think we can go on disability,
Oh, okay.
but that's federal.
Federal, not from the company.
We don't text that much.
I mean, we have a certain amount of sick hours, so we can take.
Yeah, like 1 year after I cut my wrist open on accident. Remember when I was with Bento? We were looking for the Tower of the Cosmic Winds, and I fell in the talus, and I couldn't climb for like 3 weeks.
It's a bad spot,
It
right?
was the worst spot for stitches. Maybe this one of the worst spots. And I only found out afterwards that I could have collected sick pay,
Yeah, yeah.
but it was
You
too
think the
late.
fish like
And
pull you
Yeah, I
down?
can pull you
And-
out. No, I didn't pull you.
There's
I
tons of
never
times.
used any of my sick pay ever.
Tons of times I should have done that.
There are fish in those lakes that are like that.
You're just showing up empty-handed?
Like, no.
Oh, thank you. It's for me, right?
I don't know if that's
How's it going?
I think they would have.
It's so hard to recognize me when I have my helmet and my glasses on.
What's happening?
How's it going?
I'm good. I'm very hot. I
Yeah,
imagine you
it's
guys
warm.
are too.
It's warm down here.
So we're not moving much.
It's alarmingly warm.
I don't think these red hot blue chips are helping.
Yeah,
Oh
I
god.
know.
Yeah, those make me sweat. I think just eating them.
Have you guys had the flaming hot goldfish?
No, I didn't know they made
They're
flaming
a
hot
real
goldfish.
revelation. They're extremely spicy.
Really?
Yeah, but they're great. And they look exactly like normal goldfish, so they're a fun party trick. also.
Just mix them in. They're all mixed.
Exactly. A little surprise. How's it going over here?
Wait, I gotta get a picture.
Great.
Don't go too far.
She just
Same
one
old?
hung it.
What?
She just one hung it.
Oh, really? That's not what I thought you said.
Are you
Where's
repelling or
Allie?
you on
Around the corner?
She's not there yet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Great. I'm gonna go take contact.
I made it
Good
look
luck.
really, really high.
Sorry, I had to know.
That's okay. Next time.
New York? Be in New York City or New York?
We moved up in the burbs.
Okay. What brings you out here? Just vacation?
Can't even be bothered.
So what have you been doing with the mask thing? Have you been wearing it? Or
In the office.
I got talked to today because I had a buck.
By Josh.
Look up though, look at how cool it looks. What if you want to go
I
further?
showed up and I was like, oh fuck, I just come from Bishop that morning. I don't have a mask. See everyone in the office wearing masks. I tried the buff, same thing.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, it's not too Larry. I'm like, okay. Fold it over.
Yeah, I'm like, okay, I'll just fold
Doubled
it
it.
over.
Just like big. Sit in your harness, Allison. Back up.
Josh was trying to tell me I had to wear my mask. Like, trying to convince me to wear my mask. He's like, you gotta protect yourself. I'm like, I got vaccinated. Like, there's only so much like fear mongering I could take, you know?
Yeah.
Because eventually you just get kind of callous to, you know, like when you're climbing El Cap or something, like, you know, versus like wrapping in.
Ooh,
You get
better
you
not fall here.
slowly use the exposure, it builds and builds, and it's like eventually you're not scared. That's kinda like how I feel
I thought you meant our risk tolerance.
a risk tolerance, yeah. It's
Could
the same
also
with,
like
well, I feel like it's the same thing happening with COVID. Our risk tolerance is like getting higher, and we're just like not, I don't know, hard to like keep being afraid.
we're not adjusting to the facts. We're adjusting to our feelings.
Exactly, yeah.
We're just over it. So I'm gonna act according to that. I'm glad though we haven't had to work in masks. I was kind of worried about that.
Yeah, I know. A lot of people do. A lot of people love to wear masks at their jobs. Seems like
I knew the other
all
one.
the Yosemite employees.
Ooh, is
I
there
went
an
to
airport in where?
I flew into Amman.
Oh, Amman.
Yeah, and then I crossed the Allie Bridge, climbed a bunch around Ramallah, and then went to Wadi Rum.
Yeah, Chase, start left.
In Jordan.
Further left. Get your right foot on.
Cool.
Yeah.
Great up there.
Just stay
Is
up.
there?
And then it's climb.
Yeah, it's
2,000
really
foot
adventurous.
sandstone walls in Wadi Rum.
Sandstone.
Yeah.
It's like Utah.
Yep.
Similar idea.
Yeah,
Yep.
that's probably the closest thing we've got to it here in the U.S.
It's not very solid rock. Though. You gotta choose your handle.
It's
Yeah, you
like
forgot you were there.
deteriorates in your hand.
Or the whole chunk just pulls off.
Yeah, soft sandstone, so it doesn't hurt as much.
And if it gets wet, you lose
What about anchors?
majority of your strength. Yeah, that's a whole nother.
What about
A lot of
anchors?
the- a lot of the bolts they use there are like really long. They go really far into the rock, and then they use glue to like set them. in there.
Yeah, so it doesn't erode around the bolt.
Yeah.
Although sometimes it's just a hole in the rock that they tie a rope around.
Yeah, they do rock threads there a lot.
But you got it.
Yep, you got it. This is definitely your.
Did you go with like an expedition or
No?
just yourself?
Yeah, just by myself.
Whoa, cool.
I found a climbing partner. I climbed with a Jordanian guy in Wadi Rum, and I climbed with other like Palestinians in Palestine or in the West Bank, you know. And I've heard there's good climbing across like in Israel proper as well, but I was just staying in Ramallah, and so it made more sense to just stay around there, climb there.
Okay.
There's plenty of climbing.
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
And other things to climb.
Okay, good. Are people there into it?
Yeah, there's like a huge, I was just talking to this girl who was climbing this one, but there's a really big community there.
I wouldn't have known that.
Big climbing community.
I put my left foot on the fork rack.
Yeah, I have a couple of friends who started a climbing gym.
yeah.
Actually, that's where this t-shirt comes from.
Oh yeah.
Their gym is called Wadi Climbing, and they just built it in Ramallah. They're a couple of guys from Colorado, but
No
they-
way.
Yeah, but they're climbers, and they're both like political science majors / Arabic minors. So for some reason, they decided to build a climbing gym in Ramallah. And I was like, that doesn't seem like
political
it's gonna
statement.
work, but it worked. People love it.
You're good, bro.
It's like crowded there all the time.
This is the actual hard part. Once you make it past, it's like climbing a stairway almost. Except for the one
try
spot.
to flick your rope over to the left a little bit,
Another one in you?
so you don't get pulled super hard.
You have some chalk?
You can use my chalk bag. It's not very full, but you can use it as long as you want.
Yeah.
What
Unless
else?
you have
What else
some.
are we doing? Multi-pitch?
No multi-pitch.
I thought we just talked about the nose was easy.
Yeah.
At 5 o'clock.
That's the easiest one up El Cap.
Oh, I see.
Just because easy is in the sentence doesn't mean that
Doesn't
article
mean
is easy.
Like realistically, if you guys wanted to climb it together, you'd probably be like 3 years from now. You could start building your skills today
Hey,
with Josh.
listen.
If you wanted to hire Josh, I'm sure
We
he
could probably do it by the end of the year.
It's a
I'm sure he'd
cheaper
do it.
bucket list
Give
than
us some pull-ups or something to do.
a lot of other things you could do.
But
Yeah, there's a lot of stuff
Everest?
you can do to get
Yeah,
ready for
it's
it.
cheaper than Everest.
Cheaper than Everest? Oh yeah.
And you
Definitely
don't get
cheaper
that
than
much.
Everest.
You don't get slack for you get.
Yeah, it's not so
People are like, oh, you climbed Everest. You're terrible for the environment.
Why don't you like save some people or something?
Yeah,
Or whatever. I
Yeah.
made my millions.
Everest is so 2000.
I wouldn't even do it.
That's kind of accurate.
I wouldn't even do it because I'm scared of it.
Crap.
Like not because of linear.
Maybe the
I don't
90s.
want to die today.
Late
Yeah.
90s.
No, people are still climbing Everest. Like, still really popular. Like,
Imagine being a guide there.
Oh,
Imagine.
you make
Pass.
a lot of money,
Or
but
a
you're way
Sherpa.
more likely to die.
Which is different, right? That'd be crazy.
yeah. Really
What's
dangerous.
the family payout for
You're
death
gonna get
there?
really weak.
I know, you
Not
better,
too
better
good.
have good life insurance plan if you're a guide there.
Yeah.
I love how you're not helping him at all. That's super good.
Put your right foot up higher if you can.
There's a
To your
smear.
right.
Yep, right there.
Nice. You can get your left toe into the crack a little bit farther left.
You got it. Confidence. You got it.
Have you ever pulled a piece of gear out of the wall on a fall?
Yeah.
Is it kind of no big deal? Or I
Yeah,
can imagine the first time. ever.
thousands of pieces of gear in my
Yeah.
life, and I probably pulled like 2.
Yeah.
It doesn't happen very often. And not necessarily a big gear. Big deal if you have gear underneath it, but if you don't have a lot of gear underneath it, you know,
Maybe-
people could die that way.
Well, yeah, for sure. You get a lot of speed, a lot of fall force.
Yeah.
Um,
And yeah, so like your force
Andy,
is
can you
like
step
building,
back?
the more gear you get.
Oh, I'm
that,
sorry.
You know.
Am I blocked? Am I in the shot?
Oh.
Probably.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
You're good.
No, it's good. I appreciate you paying attention to that.
I know people have gotten really injured from pulling gear. So
Yeah.
you want to avoid it. But if you're worried about it, just place more gear. You know.
Yeah.
If you're worried about one of your pieces popping out,
Yep.
just place another one.
Did you feel like
You
it
got
was
it,
just
bud.
like a bad placement or bad luck or something to learn from? Or?
Well, one of the times they placed it, it was a blind placement, so I couldn't see it.
Yeah.
But I was like, it was hard. The climbing was really hard, so I didn't really.
Yep.
I just did what I could to
Yep.
place gear, and then I
Yep.
fell, and then I ripped the gear out.
Yep.
And then the other
You got
time,
it.
I kind of did what I could with the gear that I had, and I actually took on it. And I knew it wasn't great. Didn't expect it to pop out under just body weight. but
Yeah.
it did.
Oh, interesting.
Yep, and then like when we're aid climbing, we do what's called bounce testing. So we have these really safe ways of like testing the gear with our body weight.